Moral tales. Moral tales.
The Cursed Guardian. Centuries ago, in the ancient Arabian desert, there lived a very wealthy and powerful king named Suleiman. His riches were unmatched in the whole city and surrounding cities. His palace was always under guard from enemies. Among his trusted servants was the Genie, a formidable and regal figure, who Suleiman regarded as the most loyal and strong. One day, King Suleiman summoned Genie and said,
"Genie, your loyalty has been priceless. You have served me well, and since you are a noble and powerful being than your peers are unparalleled, I appoint you as the guardian of my most precious treasures. You shall protect them for all eternity."
The Genie, feeling happy for being entrusted with the protection of Suleiman's most valuable possessions, responded,
"I am honored to serve you, great King Suleiman."
Years passed as the Genie kept guard of the palace's treasure chamber with his unmatched power and loyalty. Meanwhile, a group of envious sorcerers teamed up to invade the treasure chamber so that they could overpower Suleiman, for they believed once they rob Suleiman of his treasures he will become powerless, hence they will rule over the city with the newfound riches. One fateful night, while Genie was keeping guard, his eyes fully vigilante on the treasure chamber, the treacherous group of sorcerers, led by a cunning and ambitious mage, sneaked into the chamber. Genie walked towards them and asked,
"What brings you here?"
Then the sorcerer's leader mockingly answered,
"Ha ha ha! This is it, the source of King Suleiman's power. Once we control it, we shall rule the world."
The Genie swiftly told them,
"Back off, you cannot pass. These treasures are under my protection."
The sorcerer's leader answered back,
"We shall see about that. Bind him."
The sorcerers cast a powerful spell, summoning chains of dark magic that wrapped around the Genie. The Genie fought valiantly, but the sorcerer's treachery and dark magic were too strong. Despite his strength, he was overpowered by their combined might, and sealed him within a brass jar, and threw it away in the deep sea. The Genie, now trapped in a confined, dark space, struggled against the magical chains, his rage and despair echoing in the void. Imprisoned for years, the Genie's anger and bitterness grew. He had lost hope of being free again. The once noble and protective guardian could not help himself, and transformed into a vengeful spirit against those who confined him, and vowed to take vengeance upon whoever happens to release him from that torment. In a small African coastal village on the shores of the Indian Ocean, there lived a poor but kind-hearted fisherman named Abu. Every day, Abu would set out to sea in his small boat, casting his nets and hoping for a good catch. Despite his hard work, he often returned with little, but he remained hopeful and grateful for whatever the ocean provided. Early one morning, as the waters were calm and the sky clear, Abu cast his nets into the water, humming a tune as he waits. Hours passed, and he caught only a few small fish. He cast his net one last time, before deciding to head back home. As he hauled it in, he noticed it was heavier than usual. Curious of what it could be, he struggled and managed to pull the heavy net aboard, and found an old, heavy brass jar. Abu examined the brass jar, noticed strange engravings and a tightly sealed lid, and wondered what could be inside. Perhaps it holds something valuable. He rowed the boat to the shore and carefully opened the jar, wondering what made the jar so heavy. Immediately a dark smoke poured out, swirling and expanding until it formed the shape of a towering Genie with fierce glowing eyes. Alas! Abu trembled with fright as the Genie came out with a roaring tone.
"Free at last! Who dares to release me from my prison?"
"I am Abu, a humble fisherman. He meant no harm."
"Ha ha ha! You have freed me, but I have sworn to kill whoever releases me, for I have been imprisoned for centuries and my anger is boundless."
Abu's heart pounded in his chest. The Genie was a fearsome sight, towering over him with eyes that blazed like fire. He knew he had to think quickly to survive.
"Mighty Genie, I cannot believe that such a vast and powerful being as yourself could fit into such a small jar. Could you show me how you managed to fit in the jar?
Do you doubt me? I shall show you.
The genie transformed back into smoke and funneled himself into the jar. Abu quickly picked the lead and sealed the jar. Realizing that Abu tricked him into the jar, Genie muffled,
No, do not trap me again. Release me, I shall not harm you.
How do I believe you? You wanted to kill me.
Release me, I am not what you think. Listen to my story, then you can decide what to do.
While in the jar, the genie explained to Abu how he was once a noble servant to the king, and how the sorcerers betrayed and trapped him in the jar due to their greed of the king's wealth. He begged Abu to release him, and that he shall grant him 3 wishes for his kindness. With the genie safely back in the jar, Abu felt a wave of relief. But he also realized the opportunity before him. He had a chance to change his life, and the lives of those he cared for. Abu, unsure of the genie's story, said,
I don't know how to believe you, Genie. Before I release you, grant me these 3 wishes first.
Very well, shoot your wishes.
For my first wish, I wish for enough wealth to provide for my family and help my village.
As you wish.
Abu's home suddenly was filled with gold coins.
For my second wish, I wish for good health and long life for myself and my loved ones.
As you wish.
A warm, healing light enveloped Abu and his family.
For my third wish, I wish for you to return to your realm and never harm another soul.
Abu finally opened the jar carefully, and the genie swirled with dark smoke out of the jar, but this time with a friendly face, and said to Abu,
Abu, you are wise and kind. I cannot harm you. Thank you for breaking the curse and allowing me to be free again. Farewell, Abu.
The genie disappeared in a swirl of smoke, leaving behind a peaceful, enriched household. Abu's wishes were granted, transforming his life, and the lives of his fellow villagers. He had not only secured his own future, but had also ensured the well-being of his entire community. The following morning, Abu distributed his newfound wealth among the villagers, improving homes, and ensuring no one goes hungry.
Abu, you have saved us all. How can we ever thank you?
Let us all prosper together as a community.
And so, the village thrived, thanks to Abu's wisdom and generosity. His encounter with the genie was told over generations, a reminder of the power of cleverness and kindness. The end. Moral of the story: cleverness and kindness can overcome even the greatest of challenges. Greed and anger only lead to misfortune.